The Maritime Self-Defense Forces Izumo helicopter carrier has joined the United States Sole Forward Deployed Aircraft Carrier, the USS Ronald Reagan, in joint military exercises in the disputed South China Sea, the MSDF and US 7th Fleet said in separate statements Wednesday. The drills, which included joint combat training in the waters and airspace of the South China Sea, kicked off on Monday and were due to wrap up Wednesday, the Japanese Defense Ministry said in a statement. The joint exercises, which were the latest in a spate of multilateral drills in the waters, are likely to be interpreted in Beijing as pushback over China's moves to extend its naval reach further into the Pacific. They also came just a day after the Defense Ministry said that China's sole operating aircraft carrier, the Lining, had passed through the Mako Strait between the island of Mako and Okinawa's main island as it ventured into the Pacific. As part of its push further from its shores, China has constructed a series of military outposts in the South China Sea, including islets that include military-grade airfields and advanced weaponry. It says these are for defensive purposes, but some experts say this is part of a concerted bid to cement de facto control of the waters. The waterway includes vital sea lanes through which about $3 trillion in global trade passes each year. The Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Taiwan and Brunei have overlapping claims in the waters, where the US, Chinese, Japanese and some Southeast Asian navies also routinely operate. Neither Japan nor the US have claims in the waters, but both allies have routinely stated their commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. The Navy and JMSDF regularly fly, sail and operate together with other allies and partners to promote security and stability throughout the region, the 7th Fleet said in a statement. The MSDF's destroyers Murasim and Aquano joined the Izumo and Reagan in the drills, which also saw several other US vessels take part. The Izumo, together with the Kaga, another helicopter carrier of the same class, are Japan's largest flat tops. This week's joint drills come on the heels of the MSDF's two separate quadrilateral naval exercises last month that saw the Izumo link up with vessels from the Australian, French, US, Indian and Philippine navies in the South China Sea and in waters west of the Indonesian island of Sumatra. Japan has worked to bolster its presence in the South China Sea, deploying the Izumo and Murasim as part of the MSDF's Indo-Pacific deployment this year, which began April 30th and runs through July 10th. The time we are able to spend at sea training and operating with our partners in the Japan Self-Defense Forces is invaluable, said Captain Pat Hanifin, the Reagan's commanding officer. Our alliance has never been stronger, and it's never been more important to this region than right now. The South China Sea disputes involve both island and maritime claims among several sovereign states within the region, namely Brunei, the People's Republic of China, PRC, Republic of China, ROC or Taiwan, Malaysia, Indonesia, the Philippines, and Vietnam. An estimated $3.37 trillion worth of global trade passes through the South China Sea annually, which accounts for a third of the global maritime trade. 80% of China's energy imports and 39.5% of China's total trade passes through the South China Sea. The disputes include the islands, reefs, banks, and other features of the South China Sea, including the Spratly Islands, Paracel Islands, Scarborough Shoal, and various boundaries in the Gulf of Tonkin. There are further disputes, including the waters near the Indonesian Natuna Islands, which many do not regard as part of the South China Sea. Claimant states are interested in retaining or acquiring the rights to fishing stocks, the exploration and potential exploitation of crude oil and natural gas in the seabed of various parts of the South China Sea, and the strategic control of important shipping lanes. Since 2013, the People's Republic of China has resorted to island building in the Spratly Islands and the Paracel Islands region. These actions have been met with a wide international condemnation. and since 2015 the United States and other states such as France and the United Kingdom have conducted Freedom of Navigation Operations, FONOP, in the region. In July 2016, an arbitration tribunal constituted under Annex 7 of the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, ruled against the PRC's maritime claims in Philippines v. China. The tribunal did not rule on the ownership of the islands or delimit maritime boundaries. The People's Republic of China and the Republic of China, Taiwan, stated that they did not recognize the tribunal and insisted that the matter should be resolved through bilateral negotiations with other claimants.